Welcome back to another video on DC Future States, and today we're covering the finale, the conclusion to Future States Outsiders. Now this is a backup story in the main title of the next Batman. The next Batman being like the main Batman title in the Future State line. Now, this backup story started in issue number 1 of the next Batman, and is concluding in issue number 3 of the next Batman. Now, you're probably wondering, why did you give a backup story its own video? Why not just include it in the video about the next Batman? Well, the reason I'm doing this, because this story deserves it. It's a freaking awesome story. Like, I really like it, guys. I think you will enjoy it as well. But if you actually are curious about the main story of the next Batman, it's not going to be in this video, but I have its own video down in the description. So you want to check that out, go down in the description and watch that, right? But for now, we're going to dive into the conclusion of Future State Outsiders. Duke Thomas, the Signal, gives hope to the fugitives on the outside. He thinks they can all overcome the Magistrates. He's lost a lot in Gotham, but he won't give up. Now we shift to the Katana's Keep, also on the outside of Gotham. Jefferson Pierce, aka Black Lightning, waits behind Tatsu in the shadows. Tatsu asks Jefferson, "What happened to you?" Jefferson responds, "It was a long story. I was trying to do the right thing, but everything went wrong. There was magic involved, a curse. But I'll figure it all out after we find Duke and make sure he's okay." Now, Jefferson, he smiles, alright? And Tatsu, she asks Jefferson what he saw on the outside. How is Duke in trouble? Now, Jefferson tells Tatsu that there's a magistrate force spying on Duke. Somebody with Duke at this current moment is a part of the magistrate and trying to hurt Duke. Now, that's not the only reason that Jefferson came to Tatsu. He's also worried about Tatsu. Now, Tatsu then says, "You sound like Duke. He's turned himself into some kind of political figurehead." So, basically, like Duke, he's turned into like a leader, he's helping out people on the outside, but he also worries about Katana, or Tatsu. Not the same way that Jefferson does. Like, Jefferson is really worrying about Tatsu. Now, Jefferson smiles, he's happy that Duke is in a good place. He says, "Oh yeah, good for him." Now, we shift when we see Duke. He's really made his responsibility to protect the innocent people from the magistrates. This means moving them around, of course, alright? Like, the people on the outside cannot stay in the same place, because the magistrate are going after him. Now, we see Duke, he gives the 3 fugitives, he saved all info they need to keep surviving. They will meet a guy named Bennett in the morning, who will basically give them permanent solutions. Duke leaves the building and jumps onto a nearby rooftop. He calls on Katana. He thinks something is wrong. One of the 3 fugitives he rescued are part of the magistrates. They're spying on them. Now, Katana tells Duke that Jefferson is with her, and he thinks that something is off as well. Now, Duke is happy to hear Jefferson's there. Duke tells Katana, "Tell him I said hey, and give him a big hug for me." Now, I just tagged all 3 of the fugitives with nanotech tracers, so we'll know who is the traitor. That's when Duke notices that one of the fugitives has already left the building. But before Duke can tell Katana, he's ambushed by the same fugitive. This fugitive is actually a robot under the magistrate. A robot disguised as a human, right? Now, this robot goes to give away the coordinates to the outside, but Duke hits him with an electric device, destroying the robot's virtual connection to the magistrates. The only way the robot will be getting a message to the magistrate now is by foot. Duke knocks the magistrate robot off the rooftop of a building. Duke gets down the building and makes it onto his motorcycle. He calls in Katana and Black Lightning for help. Duke thinks that the magistrate spy will be at the bridge with possibly more forces. Well, like, for sure more forces. Now, Duke needs his friend's help. Tatsu tells Jefferson. Jefferson then transfers his power into a lightning sword. Now, Katana has her soul sword and a lightning sword. They combine. Black Lightning's power is now in the soul sword. It's like the ultimate weapon. Now, Katana rocking with the sword of her dead lover and basically the power of her current friend, or more like lover as well. Come on, like, we know Jefferson was making some moves on Tatsu during Brian Hill's Batman, the Outsiders Run, like they fit so well together. Like Jefferson and Tatsu, like we gotta see a comic just about them, like fighting crime. Like that'd be really cool. But moving on, what we see is Katana, she meets up with Duke at the bridge. The Magistrate spy tries to run away. That's when a huge blast of green energy is released. Duke and Katana move just in time. Then, from the other side of the bridge, comes Caliber. Caliber is decked out with all kinds of military explosives. He has a tank. Duke and Katana are ready to fight. Caliber tells the spy Colin to get out of the situation. Colin makes it over to Caliber and he needs help. His legs are busted. Caliber has a solution. He blasts and destroys Colin on the spot. If that ain't a double cross, I don't know what is. Now, forces of the outside go to attack Caliber. They ain't doing so good. Katana tells Duke, help him. Then wipe that cyborg systems. Jefferson, help me. Jefferson responds, I'm here. That's when Katana uses the might of Black Lightning, the Soul Sword, to cut Caliber's big military tank that he arrived in half. Like, this is wild, guys. Katana going beast mode on Caliber. Caliber ain't ready at all, right? A big explosion erupts from Katana and Black Lightning's ultimate move. Katana falls to the ground bleeding. She doesn't know if she can go on. Caliber takes the Soul Sword away from her, and he thinks he has the upper hand. But then Black Lightning uses his power in the sword to blast Caliber back. Black Lightning forms into his electric body and grabs onto the Soul Sword. He tells Caliber, the Magistrate isn't here, Caliber. It's just you and the Outsiders. A huge wave of lightning is released. Jefferson goes to kill Caliber, but Duke tries to stop him. Jefferson thinks this is the only way. He doesn't know if they can fix Gotham's problems. He doesn't know if he can fix his own problems. He's stuck in a lightning body. Duke says he'll fix everything. Jefferson responds, man, I hope so. Duke then stands tall saying, no, I'm gonna fix this, Mr. Pierce. That's what I do now. Duke is really taking on a leadership role. We go to after the battle. Caliber and the Magistrate forces are defeated. Katana apologizes for being short with Duke. She is impressed at how much Duke has grown. Duke has no hard feelings. He's happy everyone's okay. He's gonna help out Jefferson now. Duke begins to walk away with a sword on his back that has Jefferson's energy in it. Jefferson says, Duke, I don't know what to say, man. And Duke responds, nothing to say. I owe you everything. Duke meets up with a girl back in Gotham that can help Jefferson with his curse. We fast forward to later at the Gotham City border. Duke walks up and the police get their guns ready. They tell Duke, turn around if you want to live. We will shoot you. That's when Black Lightning comes out of the sword on Duke's back. Black Lightning and the Signal stand ready to fight the Magistrate together. Duke tells the officers, shoot then. And that'll be the end of Future State's The Outsiders. So that was the conclusion to Future State's Outsiders. And honestly, guys, this is definitely one of the best stories coming out of Future States. It's 2 parts. The first part in Next Batman number 1, and the second part in Next Batman number 3. And it might be a backup story and people might overlook it, but you gotta read this, guys. Like, you gotta check it out. Like, it's such a good story. Like Brandon Thomas gave it his all in this. He did such a great job. His writing was phenomenal. How he wrote, like, Duke, Katana, Black Lightning. Like, I really like the interactions between all 3 characters. Like, you can see that they're a team. And for me, I was a big fan of Brian Hill's Batman the Outsiders run. I really liked it. So to see these characters back was cool. I really liked that. And guys, seeing Caliber show up, like, we had some great action sequences in this issue, this finale, and we had some really awesome moments, like Katana and Black Lightning, like, cutting, like, Caliber's tank in half. Like, that was super dope. Or when Black Lightning went to kill Caliber, and he's like, the Magistrate ain't here. It's just you and the Outsiders. Such great dialogue, such great lines, a lot of cool action sequences, and a lot of big defining moments. Like, this is a story I was expecting, right? It's set in the future, right? We see some changes, and we see Black Lightning, like, he's really changed. He's literally in an electric body, so that was great. And seeing the struggle, but then at the end, like, Black Lightning, he's doing good, he's with Duke, and they're going up against the Magistrate. Like, I really like that pairing. Duke and Black Lightning together, is a cool partnership, and I actually want to see that in its own book. Like, guys, DC should give me a book about Black Lightning and Katana, and then another book about Black Lightning and the Signal. Alright? I know we won't get it, but I would check it out, alright? I would cover it on this channel. I would try to push that book. Now, enough about the writing. The writing was really good, but the artwork by Sumit Kumar was amazing, guys. Like, how the art, like, went into the action, how sequential the artwork was, the facial expressions. The artwork all around was just phenomenal, right? And you already know the colors by Joy Belair, really good. And yeah, every person involved in this issue did an amazing job. And yeah, I don't see no flaws with this issue. I really think this might be the best thing coming out of Future States. And that's a big thing to say. Because I know some people haven't been liking Future State, but there has been some really good stuff. And for me to say this is better than like Wonder Woman or like Dark Detective, like that's a big deal. So yeah, I'm going to give this story, the finale to Outsiders, a 10 out of 10. I thought it was a masterpiece, guys. No flaws to be found. I really liked it. And I'm excited, alright? Like, well, actually I'm not, because I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know if these characters are getting their own comic when DC returns with Infinite Frontier. If anything, these characters should get their own comic. Alright? Just these 3 characters. You can add in some new characters, but have these 3 characters at the core, call it the Outsiders, and I would check it out, alright? But we'll see, alright? Do you guys agree with me? Should these characters get their own book, post Future State? And tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. What was your favorite part? What would you rate the story from 1 to 10? And yeah, guys, if you liked the video, give a big thumbs up on your channel. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next DC Future State video. I'll be releasing my video to the backup story Arkham Knights very soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.